Why teaching? Why is that important? Good morning and welcome into Mornings on Main Street, Southern Middle Tennessee. I'm in downtown Nashville this morning at SEC Media Days, but I'm also here to give you a rundown of what's going on in Maury County and in Main Street Maury this week. So let's take a look at the wrap. On the front page of Main Street Maury, you can find 5 fantastic news stories. We've got a feature on Merson, the graphite plant that held its ribbon cutting last week. We've also got 2 city council stories, Spring Hill and Columbia. Columbia approved the Trotwood development, and Spring Hill has extended its UGB in Williamson County. Also, you can find an update on the charter school situation in Maury County, as well as an exclusive interview with the suspect in the KKK flyers that were distributed last week. So all of that, and there's plenty more inside as well of Main Street Maury, but that's on the front page. I'll send you down to Pulaski and get the wrap.
Hey everybody, it's Scott Stewart, and I've got the wrap for the Pulaski Citizen this week. The place of honor right there on the front page of the Pulaski Citizen this week is Melissa Burgess, the Elkton Teacher of the Year. She is our Citizen Spotlight this week. The PS Power Board has voted to increase their rates for the first time since 2015. You can read all about that on the front page. The rest of our front page is dedicated to a weekend of fun at the Blackberry Festival in Linville and here at Star Theater right behind me with the first week of Newsies. Now Newsies will wrap up July 20th through the 22nd. That's the rest of this week. So if you are interested in seeing Newsies, then you need to contact Star and get your tickets for this weekend. The Pulaski Board of Mayor and Aldermen will have a meeting as the city's beer board to consider the status of the beer license of a local market that's been accused of selling beer to minors. Inside, sports writing legend Larry Woody has an article about a court case involving game wardens' authority to place surveillance equipment on private land. So that's an interesting article from Larry Woody. Also inside, Elkton's mayor has announced that he intends to resign, and Minor Hill is seeking a new police officer. In Giles Pass, Johnny Phelps highlights Beach Hill, and of course there's everything that we usually have in the paper every week: obituaries, backward glances, court docket, property transfers, funny games, classifieds, and so much more in the Pulaski Citizen this week. Get your copy today. We'll be right back after this.
Having a good, confident smile and being able to portray that positivity to others is really helpful.
A professional family atmosphere is what we get every time we come here.
Our hygienists do a better job at kind of assessing mouths and coming up with plans than most dentists do.
They're very kind and they're very aware of other people.
I think if there's things that I would want you to leave here with, I want you to feel like you were heard, that we listened to you, and I want you to feel like that your concerns were addressed.
Piggly Wiggly, located in Neely's Mill Shopping Center, is Columbia's locally owned and operated Cost Plus 10 grocery store dedicated to serving the community with low prices and smiling faces. Piggly Wiggly offers fresh, hand-cut meats daily, as well as daily hot plate lunches from their deli counter. You're certain to see smiling faces and a helping hand when you're here at Piggly Wiggly. Come by and check out our fresh produce, high-quality meats, and more. Down home, down the street, we'll see you at the Pig.
Welcome back into Mornings on Main Street. I'm Chris Yao, and I am joined this morning at the Well Food Pantry in Spring Hill by their executive director, Shelly Sasson. And they've got some big news, and it is exciting news for those of you in Columbia, I'm sure, and all around Maury County. But before we get into it, Shelly, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. We are very busy here at the Well, but blessed.
Absolutely. So, big news coming out that you guys are going to be soon opening a satellite location in Columbia.
Yes, yes. You know, when we moved into this building, we never thought that we'd fill it to capacity. And when we moved into this Main Street building here in Spring Hill, we were serving about 200, maybe 250 families a month through our food pantry. Then, of course, COVID happened, inched up to 300 or 400, 500. Last month, we served 1,005 families through our food pantry. And we have just outgrown this building. And there's a lot of unmet need that we haven't met. And then looking into it a little bit further, what we found out is that 65% of those 1,000 guests that we're serving each month actually live in Columbia. So our goal is to build a second location, which will give this location a little bit of relief, but we can also build a second location in Columbia to better meet the needs of our guests down there and to also give growth to that community.
Well, when you look at Columbia and you look at your demographics and where these folks are coming from, it just makes sense that, going south where the need is a little bit greater than maybe north here in Middle Tennessee. Is that something you guys anticipated?
I think there's poverty everywhere, and it's just a matter of how much of it's seen and the quantity of it. There's definitely families living below the poverty line here in Williamson County, northern Maury County. But as we go further south, you're right, as we're able to hit the more rural communities and to serve them, we were surprised to see the sheer numbers, and also the food insecurity and the lack of grocery stores in some of our most southern communities like Mount Pleasant, Colioca, Hampshire. And it's not only that families are in need there, but there's no access to food.
So that being said, where do you go from here? I mean, this is your current situation is you are asking for community help?
Yes, we're trying to cast the vision and share it with our community partners, invite new community partners in. We've had an opportunity on Monday. We are presenting to Maury Regional Foundation and asking them to partner with us. We've met with TriStar Bank, a lot of our sister churches here that are building satellite campuses there. We do have a really exciting opportunity. We applied for a $500,000 grant through the community and in cooperation with Mayor Sheila Butt. We haven't heard the answer on that yet, but if we do get that grant, what it would be a mobile market. And so it'd be this huge semi kind of vehicle with a grocery store inside. If we are able to get that grant, that would allow us to go into the community sooner rather than later, because we could instantly go there, create the community presence, fill the need, and then start to raise funding. If we don't do that, then we would probably start off with a smaller campus, help offset some of the need here, and then try to raise money for our larger campus. And we're thinking that we're probably going to need ultimately about 10 to 15,000 square feet.
So until that happens, you guys are still doing mobile food pantries. You're doing those in every community in Maury County.
Yes.
And we've got one coming up later this month. And tell us about where that's going to be and how folks can be involved if they want to either donate, volunteer, or if they need food.
Oh, thank you. Mobile food pantries are a little bit different than our food pantry here on Main Street. It gives access to people that can't drive this far. They can partner with their neighbors. It's a one-day community event where we distribute food through a drive-in style format. And we usually serve about 300 families. Our next one is on July 29th at, I want to make sure I have this right, Columbia Central. We always need about 100 volunteers to partner with us at that. I know we will be partnering with Wellspring Christian for this particular one. And the neat thing, like you said, about the mobile food pantries is that for the families that can't get to us here in Spring Hill, we alternately do those at either Spring Hill High School, Columbia Central, or Mount Pleasant Middle.
Yeah, so you guys are hitting every local municipality in the county, which is huge for everyone involved. Well, before we let you go, it seems like it just creeps up on us every year, but the whole Hog Festival is just around the corner, first weekend in October, right?
Yes.
So you've got a lot of big things planned. Anything new this year outside of the hog calling, the live bands? Is there anything new that we can be looking forward to?
Well, so Saturday, October 7th is going to be our 18th annual John Mayer Builders Whole Hog Festival. It's Spring Hill's largest community festival, a day-long live entertainment, live music, a huge free kids zone, lots of yummy pork-themed food, a regional craft fair, antique tractor show. I have to say all these things.
All of the things.
A petting zoo, a
Did you
children's
just need to
circus.
read it off the board here?
There's a lot going on. One of the things we're thinking that we're going to do this year, and we're still kind of figuring out all of the features of it, but one of the things we're going to be introducing is a virtual grocery store.
Okay.
And we thought about doing as part of the ticket price that people could bring food, but that's a little bit of a, bringing it, shopping for it, all that. Instead, we're going to have a virtual grocery store there where our guests and families with children can come in, scan a box of cereal, get some produce, get some rice and beans, and they can actually put together a grocery cart full of food for our WOW guests. And so that will be one of the features where they can come in and pick the items they want to pay for, scan their credit card, and then we'll be able to buy those food items for our clients and needs.
Wow.
So
that is
we're
fantastic.
working on that. Yeah.
Okay, so I have to say, because I see this up here, and I don't know that this has ever happened before. The bacon eating contest, is this new?
We did it last year,
Okay.
a bacon eating contest.
Well, let me tell you, our host, Stephanie Miller at Mornings on Main Street, is an eating athlete.
Really?
She is going to all of the local community events and
Oh my
fairs
gosh.
and entering these eating contests. So all I'm saying is Stephanie's coming for the title.
Okay, and you know what? It's harder. It's more difficult to eat bacon quickly than you think it is. So we will figure that out. But we did it last year, and it's a great event.
It is. Well, the whole Hog Festival is a great event, and of course the well is as well. So if you guys want to get involved, you can go to their website, springhillwell.org.
Right, which will be changing for this new location, but not yet.
Not yet, but you can get there, springhillwell.org right now. Make your donations. Can they sign up to volunteer there?
Yes, always sign up for volunteer, help with food, or financial gift are the three ways.
There you go. The website is the key. So springhillwell.org, you see it right there on your screen. We'll be right back with more on Mornings on Main Street right after this.
Mid-Tennessee Bone & Joint treats your orthopedic injuries and existing conditions. Our trained physicians will get you back in the game faster. Contact us at 931-381-2663 or www.mtbj.net. Custom Stone Handler supplies over 600 distributors and suppliers with quality stone products. Along with River Stone, we produce and distribute over 100 building, landscape, and other bulk products. Our goal is to provide quality products, service, and partnerships to ensure our customers' success. We firmly believe that the measure of any person or company is how they treat other people and customers. Give them a call at 931-490-4990 or visit CustomStonehandlers.com.
With Lee Company technology, the best handymen are hands-off. Lee Company techs have been using visual findings and other smart technology tools for years to add transparency and virtually take customers along. You see what we see, whether we're in a crawl space or on a roof. With Lee Company, technology helps us help you, no matter what's happening in the world or at your house.
You can't see the sights without the sounds. From the crack of the bat to the roar of the crowd and everything in between, discover what Hit City has to offer. Spend your nights cheering on the Nashville Sounds at First Horizon Park with giveaways, fireworks shows, theme weekends, and more. Single game tickets are on sale now. Visit NashvilleSounds.com to claim your seat today.
Hey, welcome in, guys. I'm Scott Stewart, and I am down here at the Giles County Agri Park with Pat Ford. And believe it or not, this track behind us this weekend is going to be filled with some of the most beautiful horses across this country.
Yes.
It's the Red Carpet Horse Show of the South, the 83rd annual, and Pat with the Pulaski Rotary Club is going to tell us all about it.
Yes, it's the 83rd annual Red Carpet Horse Show of the South. Great tradition here in Giles County. A lot of, like you said, a lot of beautiful horses will be here. The walking horse is a beautiful animal, and we have a great show every year, supported here by the Pulaski Rotary Club. We put this on every year, have been for a long time in conjunction with a lot of other organizations over the years. But for the last several years, the Rotary Club has been has taken this on as their project and been putting the show on. here at the Giles County Agri Park. Saturday, it's always the fourth Saturday night in July. A lot of folks, not necessarily the last.
This year's not the last.
That's right. That's right. We always, everybody jokes and says, Pat always knows, it's the fourth Saturday night in July. It's the Giles County tradition of the fourth Saturday night in July. We know it's going to be hot, and we know it's going to be a horse show.
And at least 50-50 chance of rain, right?
Exactly. But a lot of great things going on that night. You know, of course, we've got the show going on. We've got great food in our concession stand. Our ladies do a great job of putting together our concession area. We got some guys that do some cooking. You know, I don't know any of them, but we got some guys that can come help us and do a lot of the great cooking with our country ham sandwiches, our hamburgers, our hot dogs, our man, we've got ice cream and lemonade, and it's fried pies.
We usually sell out pretty much.
We usually sell out of everything, absolutely. A lot of ham, a lot of country ham. That's a big popular item down here is our country ham sandwiches. Folks come from all over, not only to see the beautiful horses, but to get the country ham sandwich.
Yeah, this is a great tradition. Started by the Frank Ewan Lions Club all the way back 83 years ago now. Handed off to the Pulaski Rotary Club, like you say, probably 15, 20 years ago, something like that. And so the Pulaski Rotary Club's been doing this for several years. You know, who you kind of seen who's coming as far as maybe some horse entries and stuff. Can you tell us where they're coming from?
They come from all over. We do have some locals that bring their horses. And so we've got locals. We've got folks from Alabama, Kentucky, Florida. They're really the southeast is where a lot of them come from, but there's a lot that come from even further than that. So, of course, you know, southern middle Tennessee with, you know, of course in Shelbyville where the big celebration happens. This is kind of the lead in to the celebration. So a lot of folks from across the country are coming to this area for the next, you know, month or so as they do our show and then they move on. And there's a couple other shows that are right around ours. I know Lewisburg has theirs on Friday night prior to ours. And then they move on to the celebration in Shelbyville.
A lot of these guys are getting their horses ready for the celebrations.
They are
doing, and they go through. There's a little circuit. I don't know what they call it, but there's a circuit that they kind of do. There's a few shows before us, a few shows after it. But the good thing is that on that fourth Saturday night, you can come down here. What time are we gonna get started?
We'll start at 6 o'clock. The show will actually start at 6, and then of course we have you know, tickets are available. There's a couple of different ways you can enter, whether it's buy a general admission ticket for $10 and come into the park, or we have some box seats available.
Still got some of those?
Yeah, we do have box seats available. The box seats are around the rail that you see out here at the park. We've got 87 total box seats, and actually we have 91, but that's a little bit of a counting thing there. But there's about 91 box seats total, and we do still have a few left that are for sale. And so you could buy those for $65 and sit right on the rail, get right in the action. And you know, a lot of times
you can feel it when they go by.
You can feel it because you're going to get things thrown at you sometimes, and you know, you just hope that it's a little bit of the dirt and gravel. But those are available. We have folks that always ask about our ringside parking. We have a very limited ringside parking that the folks that have those are sold out. So those are not available, but we do have some VIP parking behind our grandstands that we have some available, and the box seats. So certainly
6 o'clock when the horses start. Do you know how many classes you got yet, or you still waiting?
We do. We have 28 classes this year. We pretty much follow what we did last year, with the exception that we've added one class this year, and it's a little different because it's actually not a walking horse class. This is going to be what we call a speed racking class, and I'm not totally familiar with it, if I'm being honest, but I've been told that it's a lot of fun. It's very entertaining because they are very quick, and so we're gonna see that. I'm gonna get to see it for the first time myself, so that's gonna be a lot of fun to watch. It'll be class number 5. And so we'll do that early in the night, but it'll be a little different than your typical walking horses that we'll have. but it'll be a lot of fun to see, and they say it's very entertaining.
I tell you what, the thing I love about this show is it's not your typical event that you see like on the square and stuff, but it's not even your typical horse show. It's kind of a mixture of different things. So if you've never been to the Red Carpet Horse Show of the South and you're in Pulaski, Giles County, you got to come out. It's a great show, great food. I mean, if nothing else, come in and get you something to eat, sit down and watch the horses go around a couple times and going back to the house. But also, if you're in Middle Tennessee, we're going to be all over Middle Tennessee. So if you're in Middle Tennessee, come on down to Pulaski.
Yeah.
What you got better to do on July the 22nd? At 6 p.m.
I mean,
you get to see this guy.
Well, there's a lot better things they can do on the fourth Saturday night in July, but a lot of great horses, a lot of great food, like you said. Great entertainment. I mean, it is so much fun.
I will say this, Pat, that if you come down here also, I will cook you a ham sandwich, some country ham.
That's exactly right. You will be cooking some country ham.
Well, thank you, man. 6 o'clock, July 22nd. Come on out to the Red Carpet Horse Show of the South, presented by the Pulaski Rotary Club, and we'll see you guys this weekend.
Fourth Saturday night in July.
Thank y'all. We'll be right back.
Mid-Tennessee Bone and Joint treats your orthopedic injuries and existing conditions. Our trained physicians will get you back in the game faster. Contact us at 931-381-2663 or www.mtbj.net.
With Lee Company technology, the best handymen are hands-off. Lee Company techs have been using visual findings and other smart technology tools for years to add transparency and virtually take customers along. You see what we see, whether we're in a crawl space or on a roof. With Lee Company, technology helps us help you, no matter what's happening in the world or at your house.
Jones & Lang Sporting Goods here in Columbia has been outfitting teams, officials, and anybody else from T-ball to college for 50 plus years. Be sure and check them out at 931-388-8060 or online at jonesandlang.com. Jones & Lang Sporting Goods, the look of a winner.
Zion Christian Academy, zioneagles.org or 931-388-5731. You can schedule your appointment. Go tour their campus. It is beautiful over there, and you're definitely going to want to see it. Again, it's zioneagles.org. Give them a call, 931-388-5731, and schedule your tour today.
Did you know that up to 80% of us will experience back or neck pain during our lifetime? Many of you are offered surgery or addictive pain pills to relieve your chronic pain. At the Dr. Giles Center for Back, Neck, Chronic Pain Relief, we have been leading the way to better health, naturally, and have helped tens of thousands of people right here in Middle Tennessee for the past 30 years.
I came to Dr. Gill about 10 years ago after my local doctors recommended surgery. I knew about Dr. Gill and wanted to see if he could help me. 10 years later, I am pain-free, no surgery, and no pain pills.
Surgery is scary, and over 40% of all back surgeries fail, creating a cycle of surgery and pills. There is a safer solution to your chronic pain. Make the call to the Dr. Gill Center for Back, Neck, Chronic Pain Relief today and get your life back. This office visit is normally $299, but call today and receive your initial consultation, report of finding for just $49. But hurry, this offer won't last long. Call 615-768-8743. That's 615-768-8743.
You can't see the sights without the sounds. From the crack of the bat to the roar of the crowd and everything in between, discover what Hit City has to offer. Spend your nights cheering on the Nashville Sounds at First Horizon Park with giveaways, fireworks shows, theme weekends, and more. Single game tickets are on sale now. Visit NashvilleSounds.com to claim your seat today.
Mid-Tennessee Bone & Joint has been the official sports medicine provider for Maury County Schools for more than 40 years. We specialize in orthopedic service, and our Ortho Quick Walk-In Clinic lets you bypass the ER. Visit us online at www.mtbj.net.
Welcome back into Mornings on Main Street. It's time now for sports. We'll go to Mo Patton.
Yeah, Chris, in this week's Main Street Murray, we've got coverage of, as we spoke of last week, I believe, Summertown's football coaching situation has taken a hit with the departure of Rick Rice for a second time. Get you up to date on what's going on with the Eagles there in print this week. Also, what else do we have? We have Jaden Ham, the fifth-round draft pick of the Detroit Tigers, has signed and has joined the team, went down to their Lakeland, Florida spring training headquarters, got signed, got his physical, all that good stuff, and he's off to the pros. So catch up on that as well. And the 12U Little League State Tournament is ongoing in Columbia at Maury County Park. See how our local Columbia American team is doing. We've got coverage of that, and we will continue to cover that as the tournament concludes on Thursday night with championship action there. That winner will go on to regional action and hopefully to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, site of the Little League World Series. So again, keep up with all that both in print this week on Main Street Maury and online at mainstreetmaury.com.
Hey guys, Wade Neely here, coming to you live from the Grand Hyatt Hotel in downtown Nashville. We're at SEC Media Days this week, but back in Giles County, it's been a big week for us here at the Pulaski Citizen. You can read all about what was a very, very fun story to not only speak to head coach Troy Hughes, but also to write as the former Richland Raider head coach baseball program going to step down after 19 seasons. A long piece in this week's edition where Troy gave us the full breakdown. A lot of great quotes. It was a phenomenal story, and it was always great to catch up with Coach Hughes. And that is our feature story in the Pulaski Citizen this week. Other stories include, we obviously have our column from Larry Wood. You can always bank on a good column from Larry. But also we rounded up kind of our final few sets of photos from local youth softball action as the Youth Softball League in Pulaski wrapped up over at Richland Park just a couple of weeks ago. We have the final photos of those regular season awards. We handed those out. And then still to come, folks, the month of July is just about over. It's time to flip it over into August. Time to get ready for high school football. That's all we've got. Reminder, folks, if you missed anything in print, you can catch it online at PulaskiCitizen.com. But for now, Wayne Neely saying so long from SEC Media Days.
They have always met wildest expectations as far as taking care of my teeth and my health. You know, teeth health is very important now to your heart. And I told him one day, I said, I'd love to have nice teeth and nice hair. And he said, well, I can take care of the teeth, but I can't take care of the hair. And I said, you can make my teeth? He said, yeah. I said, well, let's go for it. And he did. And I have been tremendously pleased. Dr. Hart, if you need him at night, he's here. This staff here will take care of you 24/7. You don't have to worry about, I can't get a hold of my dentist, my tooth's hurting. No, they will be here for you. And if I could get Dr. Hart to take that same artistry that he has and grow hair, then he would be double rich.
Welcome back into Mornings on Main Street, Southern Middle Tennessee. Chris Yao here, and now it's time to take a look at your week's forecast with our friends from Tennessee Valley Weather.
Good Wednesday morning to you. I'm Kelly Rawson here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with a check at your forecast for the rest of today. A few showers and storms possible for the rest of this morning. You can see that here at 9 o'clock a.m. We are looking at a few scattered storms around southern middle Tennessee, and those will continue to filter out mainly as showers for the rest of the morning and afternoon as well, with temperatures still getting pretty warm despite the morning rainfall, but we will hold on to a little bit of cloud cover for the afternoon, and as we progress throughout the afternoon, rain chances do diminish, but they don't go to completely zero. We could see a few light sprinkles around later on in the afternoon. Here's your 7-day forecast. We'll give today a 30% chance of rain and then a 20% isolated storm chance heading into your Thursday with a high temperature of 96 degrees, and then a little bit more rainfall expected for Friday as a cold front moves in, dropping our temperatures and our humidity for the weekend, looking dry with a low humidity, so going to be feeling a lot more comfortable by the time we get to Saturday after.
And that's going to do it for this week on Mornings on Main Street, Southern Middle Tennessee. Make sure to come back next Wednesday right here on Main Street Media TV.